Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Cosmos Atom. We are currently in a dip. It just seems that every time I'm recording a video, we are dipping with Bitcoin, but we are on the weekly chart, and I want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Also, I want to mention the Telegram chat. As always, make sure to join in. We're sharing great projects, great low cap gems. We're helping newcomers. If you have any issues with any transactions or any sort of questions you want answered, then you can leave them in the chat, and either I or someone from the chat will most definitely answer you. No one gets left unanswered in the chat. So that's it. Let's jump into the charts. So we are on the weekly. We are below the 55 EMA, which is bad. I'm going to be honest, this is bad, but this can all end up being a wick on the weekly chart, just like over here, and we can come back up to the 55 EMA and hopefully and stay above it and just continue consolidating, because once you are in between the 20 and the 55 EMAs, essentially what you're doing is you're consolidating, because if you end up being below the 55 EMA for far too long, the 20 EMA is going to come down crossing the 55 EMA, and that is a bearish scenario that would create the bearish cross on the weekly, and that would be your kind of sell signal. So we don't want to see that at the moment. And let's take a look at some of the indicators. Now on the RSI, we have made this double top over here, but also what I'm noticing is this kind of head and shoulders pattern on the RSI, if that does end up playing out nicely. But we have that trend line for the daily, and we are starting to get below the histogram. We are getting overextended on this bearish cross on the MACD. So perhaps we are gonna find the bottom on Bitcoin and on some of the altcoins in the near future, guys. I'm really hoping for it. Some people say we're gonna be bottoming out until September. Hopefully it won't take that long, because on the stock RSI over here, as you can see on the weekly chart, we are below this oversold area on the weekly pretty much. So the only way from here is towards the upside, and we're resetting all the indicators, we're resetting the charts for another move towards the upside. So I'm just going to remove some of these resistance levels, because we're not going to be hitting them anytime soon, in my opinion. But yeah, we are dipping quite hard right now. Let's jump into the daily chart. I'm going to give you some buying levels that you want to see. Now on the daily chart, we are below the 20 EMA. Once again, that is bearish. We had this nice rise up from here. So we did dip here, and then we came back up, and that was an 88% increase. So you could have made 88% on your money if you bought in at this dip over here at June 22nd and sold at the top on July 11th. Obviously, no one can know where the top is for sure, but as you can see, the 200 EMA acted as strong resistance. So you have to keep an eye on the 200 EMA. Always keep an eye on the 200 EMA. But guys, look at this. If we are gonna end up coming back up, and this dip doesn't last longer, and this will be the last dip, and if we don't go any lower, $8 over here, we don't go lower than this low, we are creating a head and shoulders pattern over here, as you can see. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So this is a bullish continuation, as you already know. On this channel, we do talk about it a lot. So if that does end up happening, that would be one of the most bullish scenarios you can for altcoins. But obviously, Bitcoin can spoil the party. So all we can do is just hope that Bitcoin finds its bottom. So we are just going to delete all these drawings, and I'm going to show you a couple of buying areas that you might want to keep an eye on. So we had that cup and handle play out on the 4 hourly chart, I believe, and our target was $16, I believe, $17, yeah, but we didn't manage to get to that target. Now we are dipping over here, so we are sitting at $10.05 pretty much roughly right now. The next buy-in target that I have for you is $8.86. Obviously, you can be buying through this entire dip to the downside all the way to $6.65, which is where I have the last kind of support level for you. Because if we do end up dipping a lot lower than $6.65, because as you can see, this is pretty much this high over here. This is this high over here, and if we do end up going any lower, then I don't know. It's gonna signal something, and if Bitcoin is below 20K at that point, then I don't know, man. Maybe that is when the bear market comes. But I will let you know if I think the bear market is coming. Right now, Bitcoin's consolidating. We may end up bouncing off 26K. That would still be healthy. That would be the 20 EMA on the monthly chart. So keep that in mind. But like I said, $8.86, $6.65. Let's take a look at the RSIs over here. So we had this trend line. We didn't even come up to this trend line to hit it. We went back down. So we were in this uptrend, in this nice uptrend, but we just couldn't keep up. Bitcoin crashed, and as you can see now, we're getting to the oversold area right now. On the MACD, we have formed the bearish cross, confirming the downtrend. We formed it 4 days ago, July 15th, and the stock RSI has bottomed out as well right now. So yeah, it does seem like we are gonna have this dip for quite maybe a few days, maybe a day, I don't really know, but we may end up with wicks on the weekly chart like we most usually do, you know. So if we jump back to the weekly chart, as you can see, we usually have these wicks. So this might be the wick over here, and we just might come back up to the 55, because when the supply shock happens for Bitcoin, when the retail investors create the FOMO that everyone is waiting for, the prices are going to skyrocket so fast, you're not even going to be able to get into the projects you want to. These are discounts that you don't want to miss out. Accumulate as much as you can. That is what I'm doing at the moment, guys. I'm accumulating as much as I can and just waiting. Pretty much just waiting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're sitting at this nice support level of the weekly chart. As you can see, this high over here of the impulsive wave, and this created this nice support level at $10 over here. So if we dip any lower, then that is a most definite buy order from me. And like I said, $6.65 is the lowest that you can see Atom coming back down. It might not even dip down there. It might not even come back to $8.86. What do I know? I'm just giving you some nice buy orders. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know if you're involved in Cosmos Atom. Let me know what do you think of the markets in general at the moment. And let me know if you think we are going to be entering a bear market, because we are not in a bear market right now. Because on the weekly chart, we're consolidating. Actually, we might be below the 55 EMA at the moment on the weekly, but on the monthly, we are above the 20 EMA, which is signaling that we are still in a bull market, believe it or not, and Bitcoin is in a bullish pattern. So yeah, this might be the last dip, guys. I know everyone keeps saying that, oh, this is going to be the most important time for Bitcoin. This is the deciding day for Bitcoin, but I'm not going to be that type of guy. This might be the last dip that you see before that run up, that FOMO for Bitcoin. So you want to be prepared. You just want to accumulate your altcoins just so you can make those 5 to 10x with them in a couple of months. So yeah, just be smart about it. Don't invest all of your money at one buy order. Spread out the buy orders, dollar cost average. That is what I say in the Telegram chat a lot of the times. And yeah, pretty much what we're looking for on the weekly chart right now is an EMA retest. Basically, when the 20 EMA comes back down to the 55 and bounces off of it and just springs up and, you know, slings the price over its shoulder, and that is what we're expecting, because we were overextended here on the weekly. As you can see, we were far above the 20 EMA, so this drop off was imminent. So that is pretty much it. I'm rambling on at this point. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the support. As always, keep it all up, and I'm gonna be keeping up with the content. So thank you. I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.